Clinical anatomy of the breast tissue, which is the most common quadrant affected into the breast carcinoma, then it is known as the upper and outer quadrant. Which are the most common lymph nodes affected into the carcinoma of breast? Then they are the axillary group of lymph node, especially anterior and the center, and they are the first lymph nodes to drain the cancer cells. That's why they are known as the sentinel group of the lymph node, guarding lymph nodes. Now, as we have seen that the lobes are situated radially and diverting to or directed towards the nipple, and so we want to remove something from to the breast, we always need to put the incision radially towards the nipple, so the multiple lobes are not cut. Then when cancer grows inside the breast tissue, that enlarge, and when the suspensory ligaments are affected, if the cancer enlarge and suspensory ligaments are passing from there, it enlarge and the suspensory ligaments is bent, so it will take the skin, that skin inside, and it produce the dimpling onto the skin. Yes, because skin are fixed with the suspensory ligaments, so it will take that skin part inside. Then when the skin part is drained by the superficial lymphatic vessels, when the cancer cells goes inside the superficial vessels, superficial lymphatics, then their pathways are blocked, so lymph cannot drain inside, so that lymph is accumulated over there, lymph vessels are dilated, and they produce a color which is known as the orange color, which is known as the PUD orange appearance. In some language they differently pronounce this, but it's a orange like a appearance of the skin. Then another which most important thing we need to remember is the communication of the lymphatic vessels. If the breast cancer is there, then these lymph vessels are communicating with the different organs. Which organs are affected? Then you must remember liver, then into the bones, vertebrae, then humerus, femur, ribs, as well as the ovaries. The cells can spread through the lymphatics through these different areas. Exactly. Now, what is required to diagnose the breast carcinoma at the earliest? Then remember, we need to require a self-examination. How this self-examination is done? We educate the female to do self-examination regularly. What are the points to inspect? The summary of both the breast tissue, the color of the skin of the breast tissue, then nipple, direction of the nipple, if there is a retraction is there or not, then if compressed some discharge comes or not, then palpate all the four quadrants, and if you feel any hard masses, then and these are the clinical examination. Even the doctors can also perform these steps. Then which are the tests which are useful for the diagnosis of the carcinoma? Then that is known as the X-ray of the breast tissue, which is known as the mammogram. The X-ray plate are put downside and one medially, and rays are passed from the lateral to medially and one from upward to downward. Two main scans are taken, mammograms, in which we detect microcalcification, macrocalcification, and can detect the carcinoma at the earliest. Another method is the FNAC, which is known as the fine needle aspiration cytology, in which with the help of a syringe and the needle we insert. It can be USG guided or it can be blind also. Blind means just by experience we just pass the needle and aspirate the material. If the material doesn't come, we just take out the needle, another pass to the another part of the breast, and then take out the material, put onto the, we mostly send and to the pathology laboratory. They put that material onto the slide and stain it and see the different cells, if the cancer cells are present or not. It is also important method to diagnose the carcinoma. Here the carcinoma into the mammogram calcification is visible. Venous drainage through the cancer cells can spread through the venous plexuses to the posterior side onto the vertebra, posterior intercostal veins through mainly. So this communication can easily spread to the vertebra as well as it can spread to the brain also. So So carcinoma, breast carcinoma, if earliest diagnosed, it is very the patient can be saved, but if it is a late diagnosis, difficult to survive because the lymphatics through it spread to the different organ, and through the veins also it can be spreaded to the different organs. Then self-examination we also learned. Now what is a mastectomy? So removal of the breast tissue is known as the mastectomy. When the ectomy comes, means to cut and remove. So mastectomy is the surgical procedure which we usually carried out during the breast carcinoma. It can be a simple mastectomy, it can be a modified radical mastectomy or radical mastectomy, that we will learn into the surgery. So even a just particular part, lumpectomy, particular quadrant removal, quadrantectomy can be done. Even radical mastectomy, breast along with the lymphatic, along with the pectoralis major muscles, that is removed, is known as the radical mastectomy. But after mastectomy, mostly breast implants can also be used. So that's all about anatomy of the breast tissue, pectoral region, pectoral region anatomy.